Hi, I'm Loretta of Loretta Makes a Million. I'm the one taking a challenge to make $1 million in profit from trading options over the next number of years. Today you are watching video number 6, How to Close an Iron Condor. You should have already watched Thinkorswim videos 1 through 5. Before we get started, I want everyone to understand that this video is for educational purposes only. I am not a registered investment advisor. I am not offering investment advice. Please be aware that there is risk and potential losses associated with options trading. If you're watching this video on YouTube, then come to my website, lorettamakes1million.com. There you can sign up for my free newsletter to stay up to date on my trades, helpful hints exclusively on my site, and other exciting information. In this video, we will discuss how to create the Iron Condor closing order and how to get the Iron Condor closing order to fill. Let's begin. When you open an Iron Condor, you are selling it, which is why you get a credit. When you close an Iron Condor, you are buying it back, which is why you have to pay a debit. So, when you open an Iron Condor, you want to get the most credit that you can. And when you close an Iron Condor, you want to pay the lowest debit possible. If the debit you received when closing the Iron Condor is less than the credit you received when opening the Iron Condor, you make money. If the debit you received when closing the Iron Condor is greater than the credit you received when opening the Iron Condor, you lose money. In other words, if you buy back the Iron Condor for less money than you had sold it for, you make money. If you buy back the Iron Condor for more money than you had sold it for, you lose money. Here's an example of an Iron Condor closing order. The closing order is telling me that I should close this Iron Condor for a $2 debit. When we close an Iron Condor, we pay a debit. In other words, we're paying to close the Iron Condor. So the less we can pay, the better. So let's go and open up the Thinkorswim platform and see how to create this order and get it to fill. Click on the Monitor tab. Make sure that you are in the Activity and Positions tab. On the position statement portion of the page will be listed your open orders. Click on the blue triangle to the left of RUT. Here you will see your open position. To close the position, hold down the Control key and left-click on all 4 legs of the Iron Condor. Release the Control key. Right-click on the highlighted area. Put your mouse over Create Closing Order. Click on the closing order. The trade will be at the bottom of the page in a green box. Debit orders are green. Always check to see that the order is correct. Now, we will adjust the debit. The market is asking for a $1.95 debit for this position. I'm going to enter a debit of $1.85 so that I can show you how to adjust this order. Click Confirm and Send. Check the order confirmation dialog. Click Send. Click on the Monitor tab. Here you will see the working order. We are asking for a $1.85 debit, but the market is asking for $1.90. Let us adjust the order. Click on the blue dot to the left of the order. Click Cancel/Replace Order. You can unlock the lock to check the market and see how much of a debit you will need to pay in order to close the position. Make sure the lock is in the locked position before you hit Confirm and Send. The market is asking for a $1.95 debit. I would like to pay less than the $2 target debit, and in this case, the market is saying that I might be able to fill it at $1.95. So I'm going to set the debit at $1.95. Hit Confirm and Send. Check the Order Confirmation dialog. Click Send. Click on the Monitor tab. The market is asking for $1.95 and we are willing to pay $1.95. You may think that the order would fill right away. That is not always the case. Sometimes the order does not fill right away. It could take minutes or hours for the order to fill. If there's not a lot of movement in the market, you can take more time to fill the order. If there is a lot of movement in the market, meaning that the market is moving quickly up or down, you may be more aggressive with getting the order to fill. You may even increase the debit by 5 to 10 cents above the target debit. Let us assume that the market is moving quickly to the upside. I went ahead and increased the debit to $2. The trade alert says to set the debit at $2. I can't get it to fill at $2, so I'm going to go 10 cents above the target debit. The order filled. You will notice that the order filled for $1.95 even though I offered $2.10. Sometimes in your live trading account, an order will fill 1 to 5 cents in your favor. For example, if you offer a $2.10 debit, it might fill for $2.08. In this example, the order filled with 15 cents to our favor. This might happen in your paper account, but it is unlikely that you would receive this generous of a fill in your live account. Here you will see the filled order. Let's review what we have learned in this video. When you open an iron condor, you are selling it, which is why you get a credit. When you close an iron condor, you are buying it back, which is why you have to pay a debit. When you open an iron condor, you want to get the most credit that you can. When you close an iron condor, you want to pay the lowest debit possible. If the closing debit is less than the opening credit, you make money. If the closing debit is greater than the opening credit, you lose money. That's it for this video. Please join me for my next video, video number 7, Understanding the Order Confirmation Dialogue. Thanks for joining me on my $1 million journey.